Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and we're back with another tool haul video. This is another one from the flea market. I actually bought all these tools probably about a month ago. Just been really busy and did a lot of tool hauls back then, so we're just catching up now. So let's jump in and take a look at what I brought home. Starting off, Nick asked me to get him some clamps. So I found a guy selling these brand new DeWalt clamps. 600-pound clamping force, 2.5-inch throat capacity. Sounded pretty good to me. I believe I got two for 10 bucks. Next up, going old school, we got this wonderful Billings Triangle B logo made in USA. Nice old monkey wrench with the steel handle. Logo again down here. Pretty cool looking wrench. Pretty awesome. And it's in pretty nice shape. I think I paid a couple bucks for that, maybe like $3. Next up, we have an auto wrench, probably about an 11-inch, maybe 12-inch, Fairmount Cleave. Also thought this one was in wonderful shape, and I think it was $2. Next up, we got another Billings tool. So I believe that says Model C, and Billings and Spencer Company. Again, auto wrench, same size as the one before it. Also in pretty nice condition, considering the age on these. And I think I got both of these from the same seller, same price. Next up, I got this channel lock monster. This is the Parrot Jaw, otherwise known as the Nut Buster. So this is the 414 giant pliers. I think I paid $10 for these. I can't remember the exact price point on everything, but for 10 bucks, you know, this is a $40 pair of pliers. Sounded like a steal to me. Looks like it's in really good shape. Next up, we got the Diamond Dimaloy chain wrench, CW12. Haven't come across one of these before, so figured I had to have it. Diamond Tool and Horseshoe Company, Duluth, Minnesota. Nice horseshoe logo over there as well. I think this was maybe like $4. Next up, because I'm a Craftsman collector, I pick up Craftsman vice grips when I find them. I do prefer using the vice grip brand, the DeWitt-Peterson models, but since I'm a Craftsman collector, when I see an old Craftsman tool, this one has the Circle I logo, I always pick them up. This was probably $1 or $2, and $4 I guess. So I guess it was $4, but still, for the collection, can't complain, you know. Still a good usable tool as well. Also got this Craftsman number 4067 tap handle. It's in nice, smooth, good working condition. It's got a Z stamp on it. This was probably a couple bucks as well. We'll swing back over here. I got two of these curved antique adjustable wrenches. The one on the top is a B&C, otherwise known as Bemis and Call. And the one on the bottom is a Westcott, the Keystone Manufacturing Company. Both the same size, probably about an 8-inch. Pretty nice condition on these. I think each of these were probably about $5, but considering their age and condition and just how cool they are, I think that was a total steal. We got some ratchets. These first 5 ratchets, I got them all for $1, so I just bought them all. We got the Challenger 1660 or 1560, made in USA. You know, round head style, knurled handle, 1/2-inch drive. Then we have the Proto 5449, USA made. Same thing, knurled handle, 1/2-inch drive. Next up is the Husky CS45. I like picking up Husky USA made ratchets. Again, round head, 1/2-inch drive. Seems pretty nice. I do like the USA Huskies. I think they are actually nice ratchets, you know, for the affordable range. Knurled handle as well. We got a Black Hawk 34945. This one's a 3/8 drive. Pretty nice, you know. Can't complain on these for $1. Really a steal. And a little Challenger 1/4-inch drive. They all work, and they were all a steal. Then I found this guy. So this is a Herbrand. We're missing a screw, but that's not a big deal. 1/2-inch drive, S6, Van Chrome. long handle ratchet. Works pretty good. I don't know what year this was made, but it kind of looks to me like something that came out of the 50s. But if you guys know more about these older Herbrand tools, definitely leave a comment below, because I'm just guessing based on the design and look of the ratchet. I think this was, I think I've actually paid 20 bucks for this. It was from one of the premium sellers, but something like this is definitely worth that. And I really liked it. We got some adjustable wrenches. So we got the 12-inch Craftsman. This one is the JW stamp on here, so I believe that means this was made by J.H. Williams. 10-inch Utica, 3 diamond. I've been collecting these. I gotta check my collection, see if I need this one. But I love Utica tools, and the adjustable wrenches, well, you guys know how I am. 10-inch Crescent USA with the red handle. This thing is in excellent condition. This was $4. The 10-inch Adjust-A-Box, well, you know, I gotta have them. So, USA made. 8-inch Crescent USA. And the last one on the bottom was pretty awesome. McKagan Hatch, made in Buffalo, New York, a little 6-inch. That's a brand I don't have an adjustable wrench for, so that's definitely a keeper for the collection. This one was $4. The rest of these were probably about $2 a piece, roughly. Can't exactly remember, but that's usually about what I pay. One of the guys I buy from regularly has been trying to sell me these sockets for like 2 months. And finally, he just said, take them all for, I don't know if he said 30 bucks or whatever, but it ended up working where it was like a couple bucks a socket. Maybe it was 40 bucks. We got 5 Billings Vitaloy. You know, this one's a 2-inch. Then we got a 1 7/8, 1 11/16, 1 5/8, and 1 9/16, all 12-point 3/4 drive. We got a whole arrangement of Williams. I won't show you them all, but they're all in really good shape. Williams 3/4 drive sockets. This is a 1 3/4 12-point. We got a lot of the 12 points. They're all SAE. We got one deep socket, 6-point, and an impact socket that's 6-point, plus the 3/4 to 1-inch adapter. And then there was a couple of extras in there. Bonnie, 1 5/16. We got an SK, 1 1/16. Crescent, 1 5/8. And Proto Professional, 1 3/8. While we're talking about sockets, we'll take a look at these. I picked up these 2 extensions for $1 each. We have a Bonnie 4-inch extension, 1/2-inch drive, and a Billings Lifetime. Looks like a 10-inch extension, 1/2-inch drive. I was buying some stuff from somebody and they didn't have change, so I grabbed a couple of Craftsman Flying V sockets just to make an even 10 bucks. I think they were charging $1 a piece. Nothing crazy, but I know I could probably use those to put some sets together. Proto Los Angeles, little adapter, 1/2-inch to 3/4, pretty sweet. We got the Fleet 1/2-inch drive, you know, Fleet Proto. This needs a little bit of work, but I'm sure we can get that going again. We got some wrenches. Not too many wrenches today, but I did get this Proto C207A spud wrench, 1 1/8-inch. I think I paid 10 for that. We got a Buffalo Barlow wrench for $1. Nice double box, 1" by 15/16. Dunlap double open. Craftsman Vanadium double open. Old Blackhawk. This one's going to be for David at West Highlands. I think he would appreciate this. 11/16. And then it's got a part number 15614. And the other size is 5/8. I've never seen that kind of style before, so I thought it was pretty interesting. Williams double open. Billings. Cool little wrench with the square on the bottom. Open end up here. And an engineer's wrench. And I bought it, I saw the diamond, I thought maybe it was Williams, but I'm not really sure what that is. There's nothing really else on here except DDL-124, then there's a 1, so maybe it's a 1-inch wrench. engineer style wrench. On the bottom, we got a screwdriver. It's a perfect handle style, but this one is Irwin, USA made. Nice screwdriver. I thought it was pretty cool, in pretty good shape, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty cheap. We got some pliers. So we got the Utica 1000, you know, kind of multi-use pliers. You got the cutters on the sides, the grooved grips at the top, nice long handles. Another Utica gas and burner pliers with the long handles, about 10-inch. Pexto slip joints with the cutter in here, 10-inch. Probably about an 8-inch Utica. Same thing as this one, just a little bit shorter, the 1000 series. This one is another Utica. It's a lineman's pliers, 8-inch. We got a Sears, so I don't believe this was USA made, but this is a hose clamp plier. So I thought that was pretty cool, you know. Don't see that one every day. Old vice grip. You can tell when they're really old when they don't have the release lever, the second lever. But this is a number 8 with the flat clamp style. It even says patent applied for up here. Pretty cool. You know, I like these older vice grips. There's more patent stuff down here. I don't know what age this is, but it could be 40s or 50s. Another pair of Utica lineman's pliers, 7-inch. Utica 7-inch diagonal cutters. Utica 6-inch needle nose. Diamond Duluth. This has got to be an older one because I have never seen them look like that before. And then on the back it says Dimaloy S56, made in USA. Nice embellishments on the handles. Can't pass that one up. And this is an old M. Klein & Sons. Little lineman's pliers, probably 6-inch. Then we got the little guy. This one, I can't remember. I think it's a Utica. Or is it a diamond? It's a diamond. Little 4-inch diagonal cutter. Most of these pliers were $1, $2, up to $3, depending on the size. And let's take a look at what we got in the back. I paid 20 bucks for this. Sears Craftsman, 1/4 and 3/8-inch drive socket wrench set. And I am a sucker for these. When I find these, I have to pick them up. It looks almost brand new. Maybe somebody used it a couple times. Nice older series sockets. I got VV here. Another V. That's a G. A lot of times they did come mixed, but most of them are V. Got the adapter, 1/4-inch stuff, 3-inch extension, nice ratchet. Quick release style, V series. And a spark plug socket. Basic little set. 20 bucks, I thought that was a pretty good deal. I like this kind of stuff. And you don't see them every day, especially in this condition. If you're a Craftsman guy, you'll understand. I picked up this Sears Craftsman Allen key set. And this I picked up because the toolbox I bought probably 2 months ago. If you guys remember, we had this 144-piece mechanics tool set. Well, it's supposed to have an Allen key set in here, and it doesn't, so I'm just trying to fill it up. The only thing I need to get this thing finished is the 1/4-inch ratchet and like 3 or 4 of the 6-point wrenches. But it's almost full. It's almost brought back to its former glory. We got the Craftsman socket set. This is metric 6-point, USA of course, G series with the original rack. This was probably 5 bucks, but I thought that was pretty good deal. It's got some kind of tag on the back, but it's nice. You know, they're in good shape. They're all there. It's a nice set. We'll get back to the vise. We'll do that at the end. Craftsman tape measure. I love these style tape measures, and if I'm on a Craftsman logo, I thought that was pretty cool. It even says Sears Roebuck and Company on it, so you know it's old when you see that. Steel tape, you know, not brand new, but it works just fine. These things can really come in handy, especially with the kind of work that we do in the landscape business. A lot of times you got to get a nice accurate measurement over, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. Comes in real good handy. Nut drivers. I don't have a metric set of nut drivers in my shed, so I picked these up. They were $1 a piece. I think there's missing one or two. Most of them are USA. There's like 2 of them that are made in China. Then I got the orange colored Craftsman Stubby Phillips. I love the way these things look. They clean up really nice. Western Forge USA. That was probably $1. And now we got the vise. So it was the end of the day at the market, or at least the end of my rounds, and on the last aisle, I saw this. And I normally don't pick up vices. One, because I don't really need them. We have vices. But I was looking at it, and the guy was really pushing to sell it. So I'm like, well, what can you do on it? It's a Colombian, Cleveland, Ohio there. It's not a swivel base, it's a fixed base, made in USA. We have a part number on here, 504-M2. 4-inch jaws, it works. It's a little dirty, but I thought, you know, why not pick it up? I can't remember exactly what the price was negotiated to, but I think I paid like $60 for it. So I thought that was pretty good. I don't buy a lot of vices, so I'm not exactly sure what they go for, but I figured it would be a fun little project. Clean it up here in the garage, make sure it's all good, make sure everything works good, maybe even put a coat of paint on it, and then put it back out, you know, put it on Facebook, give somebody a good deal on it, make a couple bucks. So why not? So that is all of the tools for today. You guys gotta let me know what your favorite find of the day is. I'm super excited about the Herbrand ratchet. Recently started collecting the Herbrand tools, especially some of the older ones like this, and I have the regular length handle style of the same ratchet, so I was pretty excited to find that. I also love these curved adjustable wrenches. But you guys let me know what your favorite find of the day is, and we'll see you guys on the next one. You know, I'm going to get out there and find some more tools right now because I'm addicted.